Okay, just want to show you this. I've kind of straightened the arm up quite a bit, so that if you look at it, it's quite horizontal. It should be pointing straight out to the side pretty much. That's not too bad. Just kind of pointing out sideways. And what I try and do as well, I noticed is a good idea to spread the fingers out. So I created a joint here, my original joint, bent the arm some more, and also this joint for the wrist. And I rotated the whole arm over by rotating it, shoulder joint a little bit, as you would do naturally in your arm. And I follow these lines here. If you press W, the lines will go. I don't think it's very good if you did it like this, without any of the guidelines. So now you can see the natural flow of the arm. A little twist here, and it twists. When you rotate your arm medially inwards, you'll notice that your wrist will turn, forearm will turn, also the upper arm will turn. If you look at the lines, it's flowing nicely. And it only allows you to put up to 4 joints. I couldn't create any more joints here. So what I've had to do is I've created a joint and I've moved the fingers up and I've spread them apart. I've done them too. This one here was originally here, and that's why that's green, so I'm going to have to get rid of the weights. Inverse function control. And I'm just moving the joints around. Inverse function, or you can press this button here, or control and then de-weight the thing with such a word, so it's not green anymore. I could pick the easy option and just do that. Now, okay, is that in the right place? Looking a bit high, so I need to move the joint, move the pivot, hover over it. Looking a bit better. Put some weight on it now. Paint it on. Carefully don't cover any parts like over here, but it should shrink if you did like that, so you should notice it. It's probably best just to move over to the side so you don't do that. And what stamping am I using on here? If you press this button, you would come down, the advanced section, fall off. That's the fall off I'm using. You could change the fall off here. I'll just stay with the basic fall off. There's no stamp I'm using. I'm just trying to paint this on. And this is not the same joint that you would find in my hair. It doesn't really do anything in terms of animation. It's just you use it to pose the model. Okay. So I just want to show you this as well. So pose it. I hover over, lift it up. That's nice. And I'm going to hover over and move it over. So now these two fingers are far apart. I'm going to lift it up a little bit. Notice it's a bit ugly there, so I'm going to weight this up as well. A bit more weight. With the tip. Something like that very much. So you got to watch out for things like that. And the same here, notice a little sharp point in this finger. So I'll change the weight to this one. This one's all set and it's not liking it, and I also want to spread that out, this finger out a bit over so it's separate from this middle finger. And because I've spotted out, I'm not going to let it get away with it. I'm going to change the sculpt tool and go for the smooth, or it could be sculpt and sculpt tool, any other of these tools here. Press the shift key, does the same job, shrink this a bit. So I could smooth it this way, shift key, and so instead of sculpting it will smooth, or I could just press the smooth tool and notice I've got strength only 0.4 on. So very, very low strength. So the fingers are spread out. I think that's important. And I'll just show you one last thing. Obviously I'm going to move the thumb over as well. So move joint, move pivot, reuse this one, and I'm not going to film this, same deal. I'm going to move the thumb over and I'll show you the final